Good morning, class.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, how are you?
We're fine, ma'am.
That's good to hear. So, before we start, let us pray first. Mr. Princel, can you please lead a prayer?
Yes, because of pride and full of blessings. Lord, thank you for this day that we all gather this evening with the demonstration. This guide her throughout the lesson of us to Lord. We ask this, for Lord.
Thank you, Mr. Princel. So, who is absent for today? Ms. Secretary? Jessica? Ms. Secretary is absent for today.
Miss Jessica is encountering bad internet po. But as of now, we are complete po, ma'am. There is no absent.
Okay, thank you, Mr. So, here are the reminders in our virtual class for today. So, first is come on time. Second is find a quiet place. Third is be respectful all the time. Fourth is stay on mute or click the raise hand button if you have any questions or something to share. And third is fifth is be focused and be active. So that's clear. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Before I
ma'am.
before I forget, I give you an assignment last meeting, right?
Yes,
Yes.
So send me your assignment later. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What is our previous topic, Miss Jessa?
Types of line, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jessa. So we have four types of line that we discussed last meeting, which is the parallel line, horizontal line, curved line, and vertical line. That are the types of line. So before we proceed to our next lesson, let's have an activity first. So our activity is we're going to choose which of the following features are the drafting materials. Prince, can you give me one drafting material?
triangles, ma'am.
Okay.
Triangles for the first one object or picture.
Yes. Miss Jessa, can you give me one drafting material? Jessa Marie.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give me
The
one?
compass, the protractor beside the uh on the last photo, ma'am.
Give me another. The Raymond.
T-square, ma'am.
Yung nagtas ng kamay. Dito na siya.
Ma'am, T-square po.
Thank you, Mr. Raymond. Joshua Castro, yes.
Ma'am, I think one of the drafting materials in the pictures is the T square.
Okay, thank you. So, the drafting material. So, what do you notice in the picture? Joshua, can you please unmute your microphone? So, what do you notice in the picture? Okay, Miss Jessa Marie, what do you notice on the picture?
Measuring tape, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Very good. So, that are measuring tools, a instrument in drafting. So, our lesson for the day is all about select and use of measuring instrument. So, can you please read, Mr. Princess? Yes, Joshua, can you please read? Hello, are you there, class?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Prince, please read.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Princess.
Ayan. So, ako ma'am.
Yes po. Basahin mo.
Okay. So, okay. Select and use measuring instruments. Different measuring tools, instrument and their application, the understanding of measurement is essential for all parts of manufacturing and production technology. Measurements must be uniform so that people have common understanding and application in the production and use of manufactured objects. Measuring tools are used for the purpose of measuring the dimensions, implementing any work with precision. The measuring tools are also used largely for carrying out different types of measurements.
Thank you, Mr. Princess. So, a measuring instrument is a device to measure a physical quantity in the physical sciences, quality, assurance, and engineering. So, measurement is the activity of obtaining and comparing physical quantities of real-world objects and events. So, we have 8 measuring instruments that I will discuss to you for today's class. So, the first one is C-square. So, Jessa, can you please read? Okay, so I will be the one to read. So T-square is used as guide in drawing horizontal lines and in measuring up to 48 straight lines. So T-square instrument known as a T-shaped instrument known as a T-square is used for establishing a horizontal reference on the drafting board. It may also guide a set square to draw vertical or diagonal lines. Its name comes from its resemblance to the letter T. T-squares come in varying sizes, common length being 18 inches or 460 millimeters. So another one is 24 inches, or 610 millimeter. 30 inches or 760 millimeter, and 30 inches or 910 millimeters. C square. So next is triangle. Jessa, can you please read?
Triangles are used for drawing vertical and oblique lines. The most commonly used triangles are the 45 and the 30 by 6 scale. Illustration below show the proper use of drawing lines and measuring angles using the T-square and triangle.
So we have two types of triangle, which is 45 by 45 and 30 by 60. So 45-degree angle looks like a greater than sign or lesser than sign. So if we draw an angle bisector to a 90-degree angle, the small angles, those forms will be 45-degree angle. It is also looks like the open face of scissors. So about a 30 by 60 and 30 by 60 degrees and a 30 by 60 degrees and 90 degrees because it is a 30 by 60 triangle is a special right angle. A right triangle being any triangle that contains a 90-degree angle that always has a degrees angle of 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. Because it is a special triangle, it also has side length values which are always in consistent relationship with one another. So another one is so the next sorry. The next is ruler. Ruler is the most popular type of measuring tool. It is usually 6 or 12 inches in length. It is needed for measuring sizes and distances. So, a ruler is a drafting tool used when drawing lines, as a guide for cutting, and for various other uses. It is available in different shapes and materials, depending on the type of lines the user wishes to draw. Some rulers have measurements, gradations, and can be used for measuring length. So that is the ruler. Next is triangular scale. Mr. Principal, can you please read what is triangular scale? Okay, Rainiel.
Triangular scale. So, triangular scale is used in general drawing. Its main purpose is to reproduce the dimension in full size or to reduce or enlarge them on a drawing. Scales help a drafter keep the proportions are accurate.
So a scale ruler or triangular scale is a tool for measuring length and transferring measurements at a fixed ratio of length. Used for measuring and preparing scale drawings such as blueprint and map. It is also called an architect scale. So we have here the step how to use a triangular scale. So the first one is please place the edge of the scale parallel to the line being measured. Next is face the edge of the scale that you're reading towards your non-dominant side. It is oriented vertical or away from you. It is oriented horizontal. This helps keep you from casting shadows on the relevant face of the scale as you work. The third is make line marks to indicate the distance you're measuring or drawing out, as measured by the scale. And the last one is adjust dividers with the scale by making a pencil line as long as the dividers should be wide using the scale as a guide. Then adjust the dividers by orienting the points on the ends of the pencil line, adjusting the dividers by placing the points directly on the scale might nick the surface of the scale, making it hard to read. So that is the step of using triangular scale. Next is protractor. Sir Raymond, can you please read?
Protractor. Protractor is used for measuring and setting of angles other than those obtainable with the triangle.
A protractor is a measuring instrument typically made of transparent plastic or glass. For measuring angle, some protractors are simple half deck or full circle. So, more advanced protractors such as the level protractor have one or two swinging arms which can be used to help measure the angle which is used for measuring angle. Next is tape or tape ruler. Joshua Castro, can you please read? Okay. Okay, Miss Jessa, can you please read?
Tape or tape ruler is a concave spring steel blade ranging from 1/4 to 1 wide and 6 to about 300 feet in length. Fold inside a carrying case. Metric tape ruler comes in comparable width and length up to 10 meters. It provides an easy mean for accurately measuring curved surfaces.
Tape or tape ruler or measuring tape is a type of hand tool typically used to measure distance or size. It is like a much longer flexible ruler consisting of a case, tab block, blade, tape, or hook, and sometimes a belt clip. A tape ruler will have imperial reading, metric reading, or both. So that is the tape ruler. So next is compass. Mr. Pencil, can you please read?
Compass. Compass is used to draw circles, arcs, radii, and parts of many symbols.
So compass. A compass is essentially a divider in which one of the points has been replaced by a pencil or other marking device. The compass is used for clipping circles or art of circles. It is usually includes a scale to indicate the radius of the circle. So here are the steps how to use compass. So the first one is place the point of the drafting compass at the center point of the circle you intend to draw. If you're drawing an arc, imagine that arc extend all the way around into a circle and place the point of the compass at the center of that imaginary circle. So next is adjust the leaded end of the compass so that it touches where you like the edge of the arc or circle to be. If you're drawing an arc at specific distance from the center point, make a line of the desired distance. Adjust the point and leaded end of the compass against the ends of that line. Then place the point of the compass back at the center point of your circle or arc. Next is grab the middle of the compass between your thumb and finger. Squeeze your finger, applying line downward pressure on the compass to mark out the distance. And the last one is desired length of arc or circle with the leaded end of the compass. So that is the step how to use a compass. And another measuring materials is divider. Mr. Argil, can you please read? Argil Siraw, are you there?
Divider. Divider is similar to the compass in construction. As the name implies, divider is used for dividing distances into a number of equal parts by the trial and error method.
So divider, so compass and divider are different. A compass is a drafting instrument that has one pen or pencil point in one sharp point that is positioned at the center of the circle to be described. While the divider is, on the other hand, has two sharp points, one for the center and the other for scribbling or marking. So here are the following steps how to use a divider. Step 1 is align each arm of the divider so that one point is laying on the start point of the measurement you want to transfer and the other divider point is laying on the end point of the same measurement. The next is lift the dividers of the measurement you intend to transfer, being careful not to change their alignment. And the last one is place the dividers over the location you'd like to transfer for measurement 2 and make a pencil mark to indicate where each of the dividers pointers set. This duplicates the measurement. So that is the step of how to use a divider. That are the 8 measuring tools in drafting. So before I think you are, so that is the 8 measuring tools in drafting. So before we proceed to our quiz, let's have another activity. So you're going to identify the following pictures here. The first one is Princeton.
Protoforma.
Okay, that's next is Protector. The next picture is Kim. Kimberly Palace. Are you there? Okay, Miss Jessa.
Tape ruler, ma'am, or tape measure.
Page ruler. And the last one is Raymond. that is the that is our activity. So thank you. That I think you are ready to our quiz. Are you ready, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So so let's start our quiz. I wait before I forget. I'm going to ask you some questions. So I will be the one who are going to ask you a question. So the first question is, how do you select a measuring tool?
Ma'am.
Okay, Miss Jessa. Okay, Mr. Princess.
Um, what is the question again? How do you select a measuring tool? Measuring instruments are selected and used according to the level of accuracy required, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Princess. Very good. So the next question is, why do you need to know the importance of measuring tools? Jessa.
Ma'am, for us to know to put where to use the appropriate measuring tools.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jessa Marie. So another question is, which one help a drafter in measuring and setting of angle? Third- Okay, Mr. Akaso.
So, ma'am, which one helps a drafter in measuring and setting of angles? So, ma'am, I think the materials that helps the drafter in measuring and setting the angles is the protractor, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Joshua Akaso. Very good. So, thank you. I think you are ready to our quiz. So, let's have a quiz. So, let's have a quiz. I will be posted your quiz and MC. So, please check. I will give you 20 minutes to answer. So, let's start. Are you done, class?
Yes, ma'am. We're done.
Yes, ma'am.
Not yet.
Okay, so please take your time. Are you done, Mr. Vincent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so before we say goodbye, I will give you an assignment. Please advance reading to our next topic, which is safety signs and symbols. Is that clear? Do you have any questions?
None, ma'am.
That's all
None,
for
ma'am.
today. Thank you and goodbye.
My ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.